Millions of people across the U.S. continue to protest tonight for racial equality. But so much of this fight for change starts with education in our local schools. That's why just within the last 2 weeks, Spokane Public Schools is considering changing its curriculum. Mayor Kawash is live with what that means for your kids.
Yeah, structural racism is built into the bones of our schools. That's a direct quote from Spokane Public Schools Board of Directors. They want every kid that walks through these doors to really understand what racial equality means.
I would say no, that the current curriculum does not teach students enough about race.
Spokane Public Schools is hoping to change that narrative going forward, believing the end of systemic racism starts with education.
Just really making sure that we're diving deep into the history of our country, so that everyone can have a better understanding of why the world is the way that it is today.
The school district's board of directors meets tomorrow night to discuss changes to everyday learning. They have about 14 policies up for discussion on the agenda, most of which revolving around racial equality.
Not just having those conversations in history classes, but then having those conversations be supported through the literature that we're reading in English classes as well, and just finding different ways to touch every student.
On top of expanding the racial conversation outside of history class, the board will consider adding a multicultural club in every school. Some schools in the district already have that, and Haynes believes those groups offer a unique resource for students.
They just create a safe space for students to come together of all different backgrounds and have some of these conversations and learn how they can better support each other and learn from each other and grow.
Haynes says many of the changes up for discussion are already included in the district's budget, but that budget will likely still need to be adjusted.
If we're talking about making major changes, systemic changes and changes, foundational changes, that's going to come with a shift of priorities of spending as well.
This school board meeting is tomorrow night at 7. Now, the school board meetings are still being held through remotely Zoom meetings, and you could register for that. We have a link for it on our website at kxly.com. There, we also have a list of these policies that they will be discussing at that school board meeting.